Hi, my name is Deppisch, and today we're going to break down some music. Hi, my name is Deppisch. I'm an artist, musician, producer, whatever the fricky frack I want to do when I wake up in the morning, and everything in between. This is already going up to a great start. This video is the first in a series of videos where I'm going to be breaking down some of the tracks I've made recently, and just kind of explaining just explain what I do. This is what I do, guys. Today we're going to be breaking down the track Are You Real off the album Cute. There's a person living up inside my head. So every song starts as an idea. Most of my ideas come in the shower because, I don't know, it's just where they seem to pop in out of nowhere. Just, Are You Real? Are You Real kind of started off in the shower. I remember having the main melody in my head just going do 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 do, and just kind of going from there with that. And then I remember I wanted to be kind of about having this feeling when you're asleep and you have this amazing dream of this amazing person that you've seen and that you're hanging out with, and they're really awesome, and then you wake up the next morning and you're like, dang, why can't this dream, my dream girlfriend, be real? Why can't my dreams just not be dreams and be reality instead? So it's essentially what the song started off as, and kind of put those two ideas together, and we went from there. She's perfect in every single way. So Are You Real is structured pretty similarly to most standard kind of pop singer-songwriter formations. You have your intro, verse, pre-chorus, chorus, verse 2, pre-chorus 2, chorus 2, bridge section, out, chorus to your outro kind of thing. Pretty standard stuff with this one, which is why it's the single almost, maybe. So my initial idea of was alright, we're on F, because that's where the melody hits. Now, if you're wondering where this main melody line comes from, if you've ever played Super Smash Bros. 4, you'll recognize whoops, just the first part. But you know, hey, it's just a scale. So I mean, no one's got a patent on scales yet. Usually, whenever I think of a song, I have the lucky trait of kind of knowing what kind of chords I want to put underneath it in the first place, and then it's kind of figuring things out from there. So the chorus was the first thing we made. Your main chorus is 4, 3, 2, 5, 1. 2-5-1s are jazz, man, and they're in everything. If you're wondering what a 2-5-1 is, it's shorthand for a certain kind of chord progression. So if we're playing the key of C, that means our C chord is the first chord in that scale. If that makes any sense. So that would mean that 2 would be on D. And then 5 would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here. That'd be 5 of C. So when we're talking about 2-5-1, we're meaning we're hitting the second chord of C to the 5 chord of C to the 1 chord of C. 2-5-1. Or in context, or in Are You Real's case, because it's in the key of F. Tell me, are you real or make believe? I can really feel when you're next to me. And after that, it was just the. So you have your 2, 3, 4, 6, 5. Very fun little progression there. The other section that I really had fun writing was the bridge section. The bridge was a really interesting section because I wanted to do something kind of funky, because I like doing things that are kind of funky, because it's just me. So how the bridge kind of works is it starts off, you know, in your B flat land on your 4, down to your 2, and then it goes to your 6 major to then your 1 major, which makes this really interesting sound. So this is kind of thing where it's kind of switching between key setters, but it's so fast and it's so subtle because you're going from, which isn't, D major isn't in the key. Like I'm literally playing F sharp, which is not in the key of, and the melody over top of it is helping kind of outline it. The da 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 da, and it goes right back into the thing. It's super, super, super subtle, but it gives it some character. It just doesn't make it purely just diatonic, which is like, it doesn't always have to be different, but having some variance really helps spice some things up. And you bring it back with the main kind of line of the song. So super fun stuff. Okay, 'cause having it ideal, perfect kind of deal makes it feel like nothing else is real with the people who will feel for me. I push. So let's have a look at the lyrics for this song. Let's just dive into it. So as you can see, I Googled my own lyrics because I can do that now. I paid money for this Google advertisement spot. So you can search it up. This is really handy. I don't have to pull it up on my computer anymore or my notebooks. So a song works off of the verse, chorus kind of thing. So, the first verse, so let's just have a look at these lyrics. See? There's a person living up inside my head. She only comes out when I'm sleeping in my bed. Talk for hours, asked her out, but I can't remember what she said. I feel like it's pretty straightforward. There's your dream girl. There's the whole intent. There's the whole antithesis of the song right there. Like I'm sure everyone's had that point where they're like they're dreaming of something, and then the next morning they just can't remember, and they're like, I really want to know. Am I my dream girl's really cool dream guy, or am I just fooling? Which is, it's funny because I can't even be together in my dreams with someone. That's how it's funny. The chorus. Tell me, are you real or make-believe? I can really feel when you're next to me. Where are you going in the morning? Were you even here? Tell me, are you real or in my dreams? So choruses, obviously you want to make the choruses work in context with every single one of your verses. So that way you don't have a verse that's out of place. It helps keep cohesion. It's basically, the chorus is your thesis to the entire song. So essentially it's just like inner dialogue with the protagonist of the song being like, am I going insane, or is this ever going to be a real thing, or should I just move on and just realize you're just in my dreams? Second verse. She's perfect in every single way, but that's probably not okay, cause having that ideal, perfect kind of deal makes me feel like nothing else is real with the people who have feels for me. I push them all away. That's not okay. Yeah, so this is when I was kind of really thinking about the whole concept of the song. I feel like a lot of people grow up with media kind of telling them that they have to be in a relationship if they ever want to be truly happy. And it kind of breeds some really unhealthy mentalities, especially for dudes, because speaking from experience as a dude, it can really lead to these ideals like one day you're going to meet this perfect person who's going to change your life around and is going to be perfect in every single possible way. And it's like, it's just not true. But it's like most people grow up thinking it's going to be, just eventually. It's like that dream, eventually finding that perfect person. And it's like, it might happen, and it's happened for a lot of people, but it's like for most people, you realize exactly what perfect means to you, your definition of perfect changes, and then you realize that people aren't perfect, but that's okay. Did she come from me or someone I have seen? I hate not knowing, which is just basically this kind of concept is like, is this person even real? Like actually real? Or like maybe I'm like thinking of someone in my life that could be real, like falling in love with the idea of someone, like seeing someone or knowing someone and imagining being in this relationship with them, and when in fact that dream that you have of that person in real life is just a dream. And if you actually were in a relationship with them, you'd be like, oh, this isn't how I thought it'd go at all. It's just bullshit. Fucking The Graduate lied to me. Or what's a good movie? Romeo and Juliet lied to me. No, that's still not good. Shit. The Perks of Being a Wallflower lied to me. And then the rest of the lyrics are essentially just the chorus over and over again. Tell me, are you real? Make believe I can really feel. Yeah, you get the point. So yeah, the lyrics, when I was writing them, I was definitely trying my best to keep it light. It is a very poppy song. It's obviously the least dense lyrical tune that's on the album of Cute. But it's still important because it's it's like the third song on the album, and it's the single. And it's like I wanted to make my first foot forward to be something that I've thought a lot about. You're told so much that this is the thing that's gonna make you a person, and it's like there's so much more to life than trying to get laid. All right, so let's hop under the hood of the song and see what's ticking. Let's go. So I have open right now the Logic track for this song. So as you can see, there's a bunch of stuff going on here. When I was making the production of this track, I wanted drums that sound very poppy, like happy. I wanted instrument sounds that were very happy sounding. Nothing too crazy. So there's not really any guitar on this. I mean, not to say that guitar can't sound happy. In fact, guitar can sound happy as all get out. But I don't play guitar. Sorry. So that didn't happen. So we have everything kind of laid up right here, as you can see. So everything is laid out. So we have our kick and all of our drum stuff right here. So if we have a listen to that stuff. Very fun little kick drum and stuff. Very cool, very awesome, very sleek. Drums are always the trickiest part of any sort of song because it's basically the major backbone of your track. It's like if your drums don't slap, your track isn't gonna slap. Our bass, which is very synth-like bass, very cool sort of synthy sound. Over here we have all of our chordal instruments that I've actually put into like a bit of a chord stack here. After that, we have this is kind of like a chord swell sort of sound. Kind of like that. Very cool little sound. So we have the pan flute sound. It's got a very retro kind of sound to it. Takes you back to the days of playing Nintendo 64. We have a harp sound here for all the kind of harpies. Dreamy stuff. We have a string section here. These aren't real strings. I don't have the revenue to hire string players. Also, COVID makes it hard to go to people's houses, and most string players that I know of don't really have a means of recording at home, at least to my knowledge. Unless there are some string players who I do know who can record at home. Hit me up. Let's talk. Let's do breakfast over Zoom. Here's all of our strings. The flutes, however, though, are actually real. They're done by me with this guy right there. So these are actually real. Very nice. And the saxophone is real because I actually play saxophone. And then, of course, you have all the vocals are just right in this section right here. So all these guys right here are the auxiliary vocal stuff, which is basically makes it sound like this if I select it all.
Tell me, are you real or make believe? I can really feel when you're next to me. Where you going in the morning?
So on and so forth. So yeah, so for the main vocal parts, what I did was as it's labeled. So I have the high part here, which I believe is real high.
Make believe.
Yeah. So what I did is I sang the vocals up here, and I sang the vocals an octave lower, and so I recorded both of those, and then I kept those in, but then I doubled them. So you have the original ones here.
Tell me, are you real or make believe?
And I threw the T-Pain machine onto that. Like it's the aesthetic, okay? I'm also just not a good singer. So I have the original here, and then I actually swapped all of those. So I took the high part and I dropped it an octave lower artificially, and I took the low part and raised it up an octave artificially, so that it gave it this sort of kind of sound quality to it. Now, I don't know how I liked it originally, but when you blend it in with all the other stuff and you pan it out to the right parts and you put the main vocals over top of it, it...
Or make believe I can really feel when you're next to me.
You know, it sounds, I like it. I think it sounds cool. Like, that's the thing with producing, is that, these are small details that you're never going to notice too much in the actual song, because, most people don't have access to, the whole thing here, to the whole arsenal of stuff. Like, we don't have access to this when we're listening to songs. We just have the output, the final product. So there's a lot of detail that can go into making stuff, especially in this little breakdown session here. So I have the strings incorporated, I have the synths incorporated. And that sort of microchord synth swell stuff I actually recorded from that guy right there. And it's a really fun sort of like I just needed something staticky to like something really simple like that. That doesn't sound simple, but it's basically you just, chuck it into your audio interface, record it, stick it in there, and it gives you what you need to give it that kind of sound. And then you get into your breakdown section here. So yeah, stuff like that. And all of that good business. I can't think of anything else I want to talk about. Uh-oh, I hear my dog coming. My dog is here. Hello. Hello there. Wanna say hi? Wanna say hi to the camera? This is Max. He was in the music video. Yeah, you were. You made a cameo. We weren't expecting you to jump him on the bed, but then you did. And it was very cute. That's a microphone. Okay. All right, you're free. So yeah, ultimately what was started off first is kind of like a cute little video about a dream girl that I thought a lot about making puns with. I started delving more into just kind of analyzing just sort of the ramifications of, what media kind of fucking... I'm trying to be really smart right now and it's not working. This is why I didn't do well in school, guys. But ultimately it's still a very fun, little charming song. At least I hope it is. I mean, I wrote it to be that, but people could listen to it and hate it. So if you hated this video, like and subscribe, hit that bell icon notification thing, and get me some subscribers. I still need, I don't know, like 500,000 more so I can actually put monetization on this, because, I'd like to eat food on a regular basis. Thank you for stopping by today to listen. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Stay safe, guys. Really cool. And it's in everything. Like, just start analyzing it. Who is phone calling me? In the middle of something.